Hey everyone, you're right. I just realised my microphone wasn't plugged in and I nearly went live. Well, I did go live, but my microphone was not plugged in. Could have been a big problem. Hey, how you doing? It's Imran. I'm just starting a bit early today, mainly because I actually forgot to schedule in the posts as well, which is not always like me. I normally like to make sure I get these scheduled in. So as we're talking right now, I am actually going to start scheduling in. So if I'm a bit late on saying hi or hello to anyone, just bear with me while I schedule stuff in. Mainly because if I don't schedule stuff in, then people might not realise what time of the day we're on. Hey, it's Monday. Hope you're all doing okay. I've had a bit of an indifferent morning because I decided to change the angle of my camera and then realised I created a huge problem for myself because it was blocking my screen, or I had to put it on my desk and just to slightly change how much of the background you see. And I realized this is not going to work. And then I had to spend time completely reverting. Like at the moment, like looking at my camera, I've just realized I'm at an angle. So I can't even get my angles properly right at the moment. So you're just going to see me slightly jig the camera a little bit. So here's, look, now it's just all over the place today. So here's one lesson I want to give you all, okay, while I'm just fine-tuning my camera a little bit there. Look, it's completely wrong, isn't it? Here's a lesson, right? Oh, man, I'm not getting this right. Here's a lesson, right? Because I keep repeating myself. Don't spend 2 hours of your morning mucking up your camera layout. It wasn't 2 hours, it was actually 1 hour. It was an hour. It wasn't 2, it was 1 hour. Because I just created problem after problem for myself. Hey, Pixstar, B Informatica, Dipanshu, how are you all doing? I hope you have gone on to our survey. I hope you've gone here. Let me just make sure I've got the screen open. Here we go. I hope you've all gone over there to basically fill in the survey. It's about website client prices. The whole point of the survey is to get an idea of what are people charging, roughly, give or take, for a basic website. Not e-commerce, not appointment booking, nothing complicated. Brochure websites, that's all we're looking at. Because we just want to get an idea for what are people charging. Now, I have broken it down by referral method. Are they coming from Fiverr, word of mouth, cold calling, advertising? Maybe you work for an agency. So what are you getting paid? So maybe you work for an agency, but you also get your own clients. So do you charge your own clients a different value? I bet you do. Because the agency are going to take a big slice and a cut of what they give you, right? So what are you currently at the moment charging? And that's the whole point of this survey, because I did share the results of the WordPress professional survey last week. I did a video on it. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it. Mainly because some people felt that it was too broad. You know, there were quite a few people that were like, oh, this is too broad, you can't, this doesn't really answer the question, or really it's not representative of our country or what we do or stuff like that. So that's why I've gone and done my own version. It's a very short survey. It's not going to take you long to do. There's no sign up, anything like that. Please go in and do it. Hey, Late Films. Hey, Erling. So if you have not already done this, then I strongly recommend you go and complete the survey. Right? Here it is. There's the survey link. All right. Please go and do... where's my camera? There we go. Back. All right. So if you haven't done the survey, please go and do it. Mainly because I would love to be able to share the results maybe next Monday, next week. I would love to share the results and kind of give you an idea of here's the different referral types: Fiverr, Upwork, cold emailing, word of mouth, advertising, and maybe agency work. I think they're the 5 most common ones. So what you put there. Now, obviously, the values will also be muddied by the fact that you might be based in the UK, but your clients are in the US. Yeah, exactly, Pixar. There you go. So you're saying what part of your world is. So what I did do is I did have another question on there, Pixar. The trouble is, though, I tested it out, and then I tested it with myself, and I realised what then happens is it starts to muddy things up a lot. Because I could say to someone, where do the bulk of your clients come from? But what if 60% are the UK and 40% are Australia? So this is it's a very broad survey, but it will give us some form of an idea. But yeah, it is very broad, but I'm hoping it's going to kind of give us a bit of insight. Because the original professional WordPress survey was very broad, wasn't it? It was like country and then what's the value? And there were lots of people who completed that survey that said like they were earning 20, 30, 40,000 dollars per website, which I felt was like, that's really specialist. Right, they're really special. Hey Charlie, how you doing? By the way, don't forget about our super course, okay? And there is a special coupon code, all right, that is still valid. If you want to get, the special code. There you go. There's the code there. Please don't forget it. Well, yeah, but I mean, Erling, I've just explained that. So, I mean, okay, look. So let's just get that like really, really clear then, okay? Obviously, where your clients live or where they come from is going to dictate the price. That is completely true. But I did create the survey originally whereby, thank you, Charlie, for liking the code. I did create the survey originally whereby you could pick your country and the country of your clients. The trouble is then, what if your Fiverr clients are India? What if your word of mouth clients are United States? What if your agency clients are Thailand? And what I found was the level of the data started to get very, very messy. So I would say even though this is quite broad, okay, I mean, it asks for your country, but not the country of the client. The trouble is, though, oh, sorry, Erling, is that not what you're saying? I say it states, I state it depends where you live. Well, yeah, absolutely, and that's why we're doing this, Erling. That's why we're doing this. So this isn't meant to be like a. We're not trying to say, in India. Well, to be honest, though, yes, we are. Let me give you an example. Okay, let me give you an example, right? In fact, can I just answer a couple of questions? So, Abdul, why are you not making how to make a nice looking form and tooltip? Also show where anyone... Abdul, I don't quite understand your question. You're saying, why don't I show you how to make a nice looking form and tooltip? Why, have you paid me to do that, Abdul? If you paid me, Abdul, I'll do it. But I don't like the way you've done your question. You've put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 question marks. And let me tell you something. If you're from the UK, when you send a question to someone with 5 question marks, that's aggressive. So I lose interest. And if you want to unsubscribe, I don't care, Abdul. But when you start to put aggressive questions like that with 5 question marks, you lose my interest because I have integrity. Right, back to the questions. Dipanshu. Dipanshu, which mastery module were you talking about, though? So, Dipanshu, which mastery module did you want to get as well? Happy Monday to you as well, Chima. Right, okay, so back to Erling, okay. I remember when I went to Borneo in 2007, right? In 2007, a cheeseburger and fries and a drink, okay, was the equivalent of about £1 in the UK. In the UK, a cheeseburger, fries and drink would have cost me £2.40 or something like that. So obviously where you're based is going to affect the price. But the point of this survey is we're not trying to say... the Deepanshu, you can still get that one if you want. You can still get that one if you want. But if I'm really honest, Deepanshu, I think you're going to get more out of the super course. If I'm honest, I think you're going to get more out of the super course. But, you know, you can get both as well. Yeah, I mean, Pixar, so what happened is we were going to... oops, sorry, let me just refresh this page because I've gone and hit a button there. What I found was, obviously because I do analysis, is that it muddies up the picture you're then showing. And then when it comes to the data, it starts to become very muddied. And it was also the thing was how complicated I want to make this, because I wanted to keep it really, really simple. From an analytical point of view, I felt like I could either go with like really simple or really, really easy. Yeah, so the point I'm making back to Erling is obviously this survey is gonna vary depending on where you're based in the world. But that's the whole point of it. We're not trying to say that you're going to earn, hey Simon, how are you? We're not saying you're going to earn less money in India. However, it gives you an idea. It gives you an idea of the differing ranges of prices. And that's the same for everything. It's like houses. You could even say in the UK, right? If I live in London, my house right now, where I live in Leicestershire, is worth just over £500,000, right? Just over £500,000. Just over, okay? This same house, I can tell you now, in London would probably be £2 million. In London. This house, the size of the driveway, the back garden, and the size of it would be 2 million. So it's for me like doing a survey of global prices. It's like saying, well, let's survey house prices in the UK. So where you live will obviously dictate it. So please don't forget to hit like. We've only got 7 likes. So this is literally just a broad survey. And not everyone will like the results. But it was on the back of the WordPress professional survey that was done. I felt we need to go a step further. So rather than just saying, what is your average price? Okay, let's break it down into, let's just focus on a basic brochure website, 5-page. Then break it down into your referral method. So Fiverr, advertising, word of mouth and all of that. And let's get an answer there. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Pez, I have a techie type question that I'm trying to problem solve. I'm on the road right now, so I'll post it in the Facebook group. Yeah, go for it, Pez. Anytime you want, okay? And to be honest, though, I mean, any type of survey out there is, they're all very subjective, also in the way the questions are done. But I did make, the survey originally did kind of go down another level, and then I pulled that out because I felt like it was now going in too deep. So Erling, would you like me do weighting then? So what you're saying is weight the data, because look, so I was head of business intelligence and analytics within the NHS, right? We used to work with a lot of doctors. So let's say we've got 100 doctor surgeries in Leicester, which is actually around about true, actually. So let's say we got 100, okay, doctor surgeries. And you're trying to work out how much each practice spends a year on referrals and patient services. So practice X over here spends £1 million a year. £1 million a year. This practice spends £500,000. So everyone says this £1 million is spending too much. But this £1 million practice has 100 patients. So 100 patients, £1 million. This practice has £500,000, but they only have 1 patient. 1 patient, £500,000. When you weight it, this practice has got a problem. Because between 100 people, this practice doctor surgery spent £1 million between 100 people. This one only had one person but spent 500,000. Now, if I was to go and weight it, I could do that, but then the values could become not realistic to what people recognize. So when I mean, what you got to remember though is I think everyone at the minute is not understanding that there is going to be benchmarking done. I haven't said that, but there will be benchmarking. So right now it's about collecting the data. When we got the data, I might then say the UK average price for a basic website, word of mouth, is £2,000. In India, it is $200. Sorry, dollars we're talking about. $2,000 versus $200. But if I now weight that against the current GPP per, I don't know, whatever rate, something will have to be used to benchmark it. Now, I'm still double checking what is the best pricing index to use. So when I do that, rather than saying to you, right, India actually earns more, I have to show you what the real value is first. So UK $2,000, India $200. When you benchmark it, India might be more than the UK. But what I'm trying to still do is find the best pricing index or the best rate to use. Because in the UK, people used to argue a lot about the best rate, the carbolic rate. Do you use the registered population? Do you divide by the resident and the registered? Do you adjust for the outliers? So, for instance, you could have a practice surgery that is spending loads of money. No, sorry. You could have a practice surgery where the number of referrals into the hospital are like tiny. And everyone starts to say, oh, they're brilliant, they're brilliant. Actually, that is a student doctor surgery based at the university, and they don't refer people in. They actually have a really big problem where 95% of their referrals are sexually transmitted diseases. And I'm talking fact here, okay? A lot of doctor surgeries that are there for the university campuses, over 90% of the issues are sexually transmitted diseases. They're not going to go in for like arthritis or anything like that. So sometimes things do have to be adjusted, but that is what I'll be looking into. So please, 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 don't forget to smash that like button. And if you haven't already, please do go and complete the survey. And please do also remember that there's no winners, there's no losers, there's no prizes. But the more people that complete that survey, the more interesting it will become. Okay, so please don't forget we got the course as well, and the coupon code for it is Uranus. Okay, that I'm not going to tell you how long that is live for, but it's not forever, and at some point I will be pulling it. So when you miss out, you miss out. Dipanshu. So Dipanshu, what's your question? So your question is, as for asking GPT, sure you could do that, but what's the fun in getting a straight word? So Dipanshu, what's your question? Because I haven't seen your question yet. So Dipanshu, what's the question? Because I haven't actually seen it yet. You've mentioned about the mastery module and how to get clients and all of that. So what's the question, Dipanshu? So go on, ask it. Ask the question. Who's geared up for this week? This week, I am going to make a massive, massive dent in... Whoopsie daisy, let me get my fingers right here. I want to make a massive, massive dent in the super course. I want to get through loads of pages. I want to finalise it. No, let me get that right. I want to make a massive, massive dent in it. And I hope I'm in a position where next week I can then fine-tune all of the existing proposal contract documents that we share in the Sharing Our Stash And then once that's done, I want to pull it all together. Now, I have said the release date for this is April the 24th. There is a chance. There is a big chance. Okay, I lied. There is a big, big chance. Okay, that it might be ready in the first week of April. There is a big chance it might be ready in the first week of April. If it's ready on the first week of April, you get access to it from the first week of April. I know I said April 24th, but if it's ready early, you get access early. April 24 was like was setting a date in stone that it's got to be done by. So I focus on it. But if it's ready by April the 10th, 2 weeks early, it goes out on April 10, 2 weeks early. All right, which is why I've kind of said the lower price that we have at the moment is until April the 10th. Now you can understand why I went to that date. So I was saying April 24 is worst case scenario, but maybe we might get there April 10. Deepanshi, my question was nothing. I was just replying to Matichek. Don't worry about it then if it's not. Oh, okay. I thought it was a question. John, you got 2 sites to deal with. Ticket systems with active clientele. Ooh, that sounds pretty damn good. I've just realised the lighting on here is a bit bouncing on my face a little bit there. Right, I'm just going to go to the loo. I need to have a wee break. Already, I'm ready for a wee break. Give me 2 minutes. Let me put on some music while I'm gone, because I know some of you do say about the music, don't you? Let's go for this one. Oh. It might not work. Is the music playing? Yes, it is. Right, I'll be back in a moment. 2 minutes. I'll tell you what, it is actually quite cold today. Charlie, I feel like I'm in a spa. That is kind of what the music is, to be honest. Right, question I want to ask for you is how many of you... hey, Maddie, how are you doing? Not had a chance to look at the website. I will jump in. Right, what was the question I was going to say? How many of you have worked on a website with someone where it went completely downhill? I'd love to hear more about it. Can you tell me a bit more? How many of you have worked on a website with someone? I don't mean a client. I mean like collaboratively. So maybe you're working with another web designer or a web developer. So not the client. How many of you have worked with someone else and it's just gone really downhill and bad? Like left, right, falling over. Hey, Big Kahuna. Hey, Tara Kangas. Hey Stacey, how are you all doing? I hope you had a great, amazing, exciting weekend. To be honest though, yeah, the colours behind me, I can change, do what I want with them. So I could go with like a red, green, orange, yellow, which is, that yellow colour is a really, I don't like that yellow colour at all. More of a blue. If I get it, oh, it's not working. Blue, there we go. A light blue. Another lighter turquoise aqua colour. Now this colour here, you see this colour here? You see that colour there? It's like a cream. Sorry, there. It's like a cream colour. Look at this. That is not cream. How is that cream? Like, really? How is that? How is that? That? That is not that. The control, there must be a problem with the control. But anyway, I tend to go with, that is actually blue. Whoops. There we go. That's actually blue. But it's a bit more of a, it's got a hint of purple in it. But yeah. Pretty cool, that is. Where's my poster? So I took it down. It's over there. The poster's down there. I took it down because I started to feel like it was creating... I was going to change the layout. I was going to bring the camera forward so it hides that. And then I decided not to. So I'm actually going to cover this. This is going to get covered. That wall is going to get covered. I'm starting to feel that it's going to be better all black. What's your thoughts? Do you like this wallpaper? This is wallpaper, right? Do you like the wallpaper, or would you prefer it to be all black? So if you imagine like, so this is like a panel. If you imagine that was all black, right? It was all black, 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 black. What's your thoughts on that? Black or wallpaper? Put it down. Put it down in the comments. Put it down in the comments. Black or wallpaper? Black or wallpaper? Are you in Amsterdam, Erling? I've got to ask, are you in Amsterdam? Some people have said they quite like the red because it has that Sith Jedi look on it kind of thing, which I do like as well. But I find that purple is more of a calming colour. There's different shades of purples. You got that, slightly darker, and then we start hitting into the bluey tones like that. Something like that. Anyway. And it works really well on a black background. So Simon worked with third-party devs. Ooh, Simon, that does not sound good. Third-party devs. Was it many third-party devs? Because you have put a plural there. John rescued a site based on another tool transferring. Yep, good. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button, okay? Stacy, what's that? Oh, white. You want me to hit the white button? Sure, let's just go for the white button. Sorry, Red Hot said hit white. So the white button, right, is like that. But it's not even white. There's a hint of purple in there, which I find weird because it's not white. So it's not the greatest, but it does the job. Stacy, do you have each client sign off each page once you're done? The key one for me, Stacy, is the home page. And then I do batches. So I go, right, now we've got the about, the contact, now sign that off. Now we've got the services, whatever. So we try and do them all off. The home page is always the most important. So I like to get home page sign off. Because now I know exactly the style we're going to go for. Because we might have gone, oh, can we jig the font a bit? Can we make the images smaller? Now I know exactly what we're doing. The other pages become easier. Maticek, project manager hiders and not communicating the specs from the client, and the final work was in review. Nothing was okay because the client expected something completely different. Yep, which is why I don't always like the agency model. That's why I don't always like it. I have had people contact me and they're basically whinging, and they have every right to whinge, but they're whinging because they work with someone who's given them work, but that person does not allow them to speak to the client. So everything is through third party. Oh, what about this? Oh yeah, I'll check with the client. Oh, the client wants X. Oh, now you got to do it. Did they mean this? No, let me check with the client. Blah, 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 blah. It's like that. And when the middle person is not available, or they don't convey from the client or you the problem or the solution, either way from both parties, you're literally like that, waiting. Whereas if you had the client's phone number, right, you had the client's phone number or their email directly to them, you could do it. Or even when you do have it, you're told do not contact. You're building the website. Hey, take care, be Informatica. You're doing the website. You've got the contact details there, the email, the phone number. You've got it. But you are told you cannot contact the client. That ain't good, is it? That's just not good at all. Thank you, lady. You're telling me to keep the wallpaper. Dipancha is saying leave it black. Big Kahuna is saying leave it. Simon is saying he likes it as well. Yeah, I think that's the thing, Charlie, isn't it? You kind of live and learn. And then sometimes you find the people you thought would be great weren't great. And then those that you were a little bit unsure of turn out to be really good as well. It's always like a really difficult one, isn't it? One of the main reasons I actually started web design was because I had hired a web designer for a project. It was the most frustrating, horrible experience I ever had. Was it down to communication, though? Was it down to communication? Chima got a question. So let me just get Chima's question. Someone who gets a ton of work, how do you deal with the everyday pressure of delivering websites and coming up with new ideas? Well, coming up with new ideas isn't difficult because I look at what's needed, what do they like, and you formulate a plan. You formulate a plan. Think of it like this, Chima. Every day, you decide what you're going to eat, right? So I've got food in the kitchen. I will go, right, what am I going to have today? What am I going to make today? I've got all this stuff. What inspires me? What do I feel like doing? And when it comes to like dealing with everyday pressure, you have a plan. So I will do social media posts or rejigging stuff. I will be doing admin. I'll be double checking emails. I'll be responding to clients, arranging meetings. I will block off and decide what am I going to do when. And I do it. So it's about what is important to you. So I have family time, I have work time, I have TV time. My TV time is not completely the same as family time because you're not talking much, you're just watching TV. You're catching up on shows and stuff, right? Family time with my son and all of that. So I place them and go, right, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do now? What am I going to do in an hour's time? Oh, I need to go for a wee break. Do I wait 5 minutes or do I do it? So it's all about internal schedulizing. Dipanchi, once he collaborate with someone, they never approve my design. Yeah, but well, that's the thing, Dipanchi. What you got to do, right, is find. It's always good to work with people that challenge or compliment you. It's okay to be challenged if it helps you to improve. What you don't want to do is work with someone who goes, no, we're going to do this, and they don't want to listen. Hey, Chillstar. So, Chima, the best way to get inspiration, okay? What does your client want? Then go and do a Google search for similar businesses. What does the client like? Does the client have any competitors? What are they doing? So look at what they're doing. What do you like? What don't you like? Do a Google search for the same area. What do you like? What don't you like? It is as simple as that. Have you ever been to IKEA, Chima? Do you have an IKEA equivalent or something like that where you live? When you go into IKEA, they will not have exactly the same room, size, positioning of the doors or windows as what you have at home. Right? They won't have that. It won't be exactly the same. But you go in, you see about 20 lounges, you formulate an idea in your head. You look at your home, and you now have an idea. I like that. I like this. I really want that. And then you get home and you start to visualize and plan and think about it. Or maybe you're doing that when you're there. That is what you do. It's inspiration. Pez says keep the wallpaper. I'll keep the wallpaper. You get what I mean, Erling. I mean, sometimes I like to go to IKEA just to look at layouts often. You know, it's because for me it's like, you know, when you look at pictures always look good because they're positioned to look good. But when you actually walk into a room and you go, okay, so if the sofa is there now, how do I feel when I walk in and out the room? Actually, I never thought of doing that. I never thought of positioning it like that. That actually works really, really well. So positionment of things, inspiration from IKEA can really, really help you. But that's the analogy I'm giving you, basically. Look at other websites. Look at what the competitors are doing. Even if the competitors are really, really bad, nasty, dated websites, look at them anyway. Because at least you can then say to the client, well, I looked at them. They are, if you're competing in the same area, this is a perfect time for you to come out with something better. Don't just say, well, they're doing it and they're okay, so let's use their design. No, can you do something better? But at least you now know what not to do. At the same time, you might go, wow, that hero banner is really good. Let's try and do something similar, right? Look at what's happening in the market. Yeah, Erling, I have. But do you know what? At the end of the day, yeah, there was actually a TV program about the original IKEA, the guy who created it on TV. But I have to be honest, I don't care much about the history or their life, to be honest. Simon just didn't get the quality of work after right. Okay, so when you were constantly going back to them having not done things correctly, yeah. So when I work with clients and I'm building their website, I build the website. I do it. I'm the one who creates it, signs off, handovers. I do all of that. Why? Because I formed a relationship with them to get into their head, for them to understand what I do in my processes and how I work. So we're on the same page. So as we move, we're always moving together. Even though I'm doing the work, they're moving with me virtually, right? I'm doing the work, but they are on the journey as well, okay? That's how I like to see things. If I was to get someone else, let's say one of you, to do the work, I am now detached. And then you're going to show me the work. I might go, that's not right. And then I've got to be the dickhead who's going to say, no, change that. Even though you did the work thinking you understood what I want and I thought I made clear what I want, but something got lost in translation. Now, when I used to manage the business intelligence analytics team, I managed 13 people. The buck stopped with me. Okay, I was the one that had to answer to the department, the stakeholders, the government. I had to answer. But I let my team do the work. I didn't double check everything. Basically, it was a case of, here's what we need to get done, but how you do it is up to you. How you get there is up to you. As long as we get it done. So I can go back and go, right, here's the data, here's what's happening, here's what, and I then clarify, explain, and whatever. Okay? Because that's what my position was after I had done the workload as well. But with web design, you can't do that, can you? You can't just say to someone, here, do a web design, here's the spec, go and design it. Because then when they come back to you, you can't just take what they've done. You literally now got to go, right, have you done X? Have you done Y? Does the form work? Does the menu work? Does the cart work? Does it look right? Is the hero banner okay? What's the optimization saying? What's the mobile look like? Have we custom loaded the fonts? And if you are okay doing that, go for it. Go for the agency model. Go for it. Even though we're an agency, I do the work myself. because I need to know. I don't want to spend a day double checking everything, putting in a massive list of things that need changing, then having to have a meeting to clarify with them what's wrong, then wait for it to get done, then there's more problems, and you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Hey, don't forget to hit like if you have not hit like already. Please let your friends and family know about this, our YouTube channel as well, if you so want. Oh, by the way, hey Matt, sorry, I didn't say hi to you. Sorry, I just realised you were there. Right, hey Dave Den, how you doing? Right, back to Chima. Say, for example, you have a priority client, one that pays top dollar, and they hit you at the odd hours. Well, you don't do the work there and then, Chima. What you have to remember, Chima, right? What you have to remember, okay? Just because someone who pays top dollar contacts me at 2 a.m., I would say to him, hey, look, I just woken up, right? Yeah, I'm feeling really, really tired. Can you pop this in an email, or can we arrange a meeting later on? What I don't do is say, okay, yeah, let's talk about it then. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think I can do that. I wouldn't do that because I'm not giving them my full attention. And I don't want to say yes to something I don't fully buy into or fully understand. So I would just say, yeah, I'll get back in touch with you. And they have to respect that. Let me tell you now, right? Imagine you've got, let's say, Lamborghini, right? Lamborghini garage, okay? And they always sell cars to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith pays top dollar for it, right? Brand new Lamborghini has just come out. Mr. Smith finds out. Mr. Smith rings up his dealer at 1 a.m. in the morning. Hey, I just found out. Have you got it in stock? I want to see it on Monday. The dealer will probably say, yeah, look, get in touch with us Monday morning and we'll arrange an appointment. Because even the garage at 1 a.m. in the morning, they're shut, are not going to sit there and have a half-hour conversation. You know why? Because Mr. Smith always comes to the garage. He ain't going elsewhere. So I make them wait. And out of respect, they'll understand. Because if your client, Chima, pays top dollar, they surely must understand boundaries, limitations. When can you ask and when can't you ask? When are you taking the piss? So they must understand boundaries. So what I would say is, you just say to them, look, I'll get in touch, we'll arrange a meeting. Send me an email. And if I'm busy, I let them know, look, I'm really busy. In fact, I have with one client, and we did it quite recently, I said to them, you want us to do X, Y, Z. I can't do that right now. You got to wait 2 weeks. Hey, Artif, hey, Andrew, you got to wait 2 weeks. But if you want me to do it now, the cost goes up because I will now risk losing another client. And I put it in their bull court. Look, you want it now, you're going to have to pay more. You want it later, fine. You might want to go elsewhere, but I treat every job that comes in like it ain't a given. We win, we win. We lose, don't care. That's my mindset. I kid you not, that is my mindset with work. We win, we win. We lose, I don't care. And sometimes I feel like we need to have that mindset in life. And I'll tell you what's taught me that over the years, right? Okay. When your football team loses, why do we behave like we've lost? When our football team loses, why do we act like we've lost? Why do we act like, oh my God, my career, my home, my car, my pizza? Why do we act like we've lost? We take it massively to heart. And what you have to do is go, when we win, we win. But when we lose, let it go. Let it go. Okay, let it go. What desk have we got, Matt? This is IKEA. This is the Linmon desk from Linmon, Linnmon. This is 150 centimeters by 75 centimeters depth or width. 75 centimeters width, 150. It's quite wide. So my desk is, I'll tell you now how wide it is, okay? This is how wide it is. There you go, there. That's how wide it is, right? It's just 1.5 centimeters. 150 centimeters. It's nice and wide. Got my monitor, got my laptop, got my microphone, got some stuff over here, got loads of stuff over here you can't see. My desk is big and nice and juicy. Let me just check the questions. Andrew, browsing to get a new laptop. Dell one, but it needs retiring. Do you know what, Andrew? Why don't you get a MacBook? But then again, it depends on if you like your Windows machines, right? Dell are quite good though for machines these days. They are really, really good. They have been for a while, but I think they just get better and better. Yeah, exactly what Dave says. In fact, I can tell you now, right? You know, I can tell you now, right? Okay. At night, this is my phone setting. You see that there? You see that setting there? Silent. My phone, I put my ringer on silent. I put everything on silent. Okay? You go straight to my answer machine. Right? At that time of night, I mean, I would say Dipanshu, right? You can still text me. And if I'm awake, I'll read the text. You can WhatsApp me, I'll see it. But the volume is down. So when I shut my eye and I fall asleep, I don't want to be disturbed. I don't want to be disturbed, right? And that's what I would say you do. If any of you are getting like phone calls or messages late at night, then I would suggest you just put things on silent. That's what you want to do. Chima, I guess because we have an emotional connection to the team, it's worse than a one... Well, that's the thing, Chima. Again, what I would say is create the mindset whereby you don't take it to heart. And when you start to treat every project or every proposal as we win, we lose, we're out. Okay? That's it. To be honest though, Matt, I don't use the do not disturb just to make sure in case there are any text messages. Because to be honest, I don't really go sleep until 1 a.m. From about 11 p.m. until 1 a.m., I'll be in bed for 2 hours on my phone, looking up CSS, HTML, plugins, resources, tech radar, stuff, right? And then I drop off at 1 a.m. So from any point until about 1 a.m., I might still reply to a text or WhatsApp message or something. Yes, Artif, that's the one. I couldn't remember Artif. XPS, that's the one. Yeah, I mean, I do. But to be honest, John, my family never other than the people in the house, my family rarely contact me. I can tell you now because they know they're going to get the same answer from me. Like, is it life threatening? If it's not life threatening, yeah, just send me a text kind of thing. Don't call me. Don't call me up to tell me something trivial because my life is full of phone calls and messages and meetings. Don't call me up unless it's life threatening. To be honest, Matt, I was going to go for a standing desk and then I had to think long and hard about it, okay? Because I tried it for a while, okay? I can tell you now that in one of our offices in London, we used to have standing desks everywhere. When you're really, 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 really working hard, right? The standing desk is a little bit of a distraction. I can tell you now. When you're stood, you start leaning more sometimes. You start doing this, slouching as you're leaning, as you're whatevers. Because you've not got the backrest, right? Sometimes. But sometimes your speed of work slightly slows down a bit. It slightly decreases. So standing desks are good, but because I was going to get a standing desk for this room. And then in the end, I thought a bit like, I don't know, I just felt like it just didn't work with me, but that's just me. That's just me. Dipanshu, I never treat clients after working hours except in great emergency. I don't even work for clients. I do though, Dipanshu. I see, here's the difference, right? I respect the fact that Monday to Friday, clients could be busy. So if they want to contact me on Saturday and Sunday, that's fine. As long as they're brief. The minute it becomes something bigger, they have to pay for it. A majority of my one-to-one consultancy calls that people pay for are on Saturday and Sunday. Did you know that? Saturday and Sunday. You know why? Because it's difficult for them to fit it in the week, and in the evening they're with their family, or they're catching up on TV, or they're doing stuff. On the weekend, there's much more flexibility for them. And I sometimes feel like as long as I am remunerated for it, or it is part of an existing whatever we're doing, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, like Artie says, don't go to MacBook unless you definitely are using, if you're using lots of, window machines or apps. Chima, how can you be productive with a standing desk? You can be. I mean, you can get walking treadmills as well. So there's stuff you can do. But there is a danger that when you're stood, your productivity can drop a bit. That's what I've noticed, and I've spoken to other people. They've all said the same. They feel like, when you're really now having to focus and get on with stuff, you're better off sitting down. Now, if you're in a meeting, to be honest though, when I'm in a meeting, I walk around the house. So if I'm in a meeting, I don't sit, I kind of walk around. I don't need to be sat or stood in one position. Erling, CSS does not turn me on. Wow. I mean, that's a bit of a statement, isn't it? CSS does not turn me on. I'm trying to come up with something funny, but I can't at the moment. To be honest though, Chima, I've been told by the doctor several times I need to have surgery, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to risk it. But the biggest but aid for bad backs is to actually walk around. Because by walking and standing, you strengthen your back muscles, your core, right? I've got a battered back, okay? And when my back goes, I am in excruciating spasms and pain. But even when my back hurts, like proper gone, I will do everything I can to still walk around and not lie down. Because the more active you are, basically when you just sit and lie down, your muscles are tightening up. So you're just making the problem worse. You've got to be active and move a bit to loosen those muscles and relax the tension. Hey Michael, how are you? Artie've had a standing desk. It was nice every now. Yeah, it is. It's nice. I think when it's really nice, Artie, is when you're in a meeting. When you're on like a Zoom call, then it's, you feel like you can, you're not just sat there. You can fidget a little bit. You can move your legs. But when you're really, really, really working, like really working hard, I feel like you just want to be sat down so you can crack on. Yeah, exactly, Mia, right? Erling, CSS does not turn him on. Erling, are you on the right live chat? I feel like that message was meant for someone else, but it's come to us instead. Hey, Kevin, how are you? You started watching and subscribed a week ago. Great to have you here. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done many bricks videos in a while. I'll tell you why. A lot of the stuff coming out of bricks isn't at the moment groundbreaking. So I'm waiting for a really big update, maybe when they eventually get the mobile menu or their mega menu or just something like that. When they eventually get something a bit bigger out, I'll do some more beefier Bricks videos, but I really hope the Bricks playlist has helped you out. And if you do use Elementor as well, go and watch them. And of course, there's loads of other videos that we have, which aren't just Elementor or WordPress even. They're about, your business clients and all of that. So please, I hope the stuff we put out there does help. And if you do have any questions or you feel like you'd like us to cover something, drop me an email. Let me know. There's no promises. There's no promises or guarantee I will actually do a video on it. But if I look at it and go, yeah, I think they'd be interested in that. I think there's legs in this. I'll do it, mainly because of the amount of time it takes to research. Well, a lot of time on the research, testing out, recording, editing and all of that. So I've got to be sure about that. Andrew, I need to back up the laptop. I usually back up folders manually. Anyone automate the process? Ooh. No. And do you know something, Andrew? I've lost touch these days with what's the best way to back anything. Then again, though, all of my files, most of them, well, practically all of them sit on the OneDrive, the Microsoft OneDrive. So when I used to have a Surface Pro, everything was on there. When I got rid of the Surface Pro and went to the MacBook, the OneDrive had all of my plugins, documents, files, photos, everything was there. So when I start up the MacBook, whatever, my OneDrive is there. That's got everything in there. So, you could use the Apple Cloud. You got the OneDrive. There's loads of ways you could do it, to be honest. Loads of ways you could do it. But yeah, because often, what is it that you need backing up? Artif, if CSS doesn't turn him on, he needs to be introduced to Whoa, wow. Artif just knocked it out of the park, didn't he? Do you know what? Do you know something, Artif? That's the kind of thing your uncle would say, isn't it? I bet that's what your uncle used to say to you. Hey, Artif, son, give me some sexy CSS. Now our channel will get completely banned and blocked just because of that. Chima, currently building a real estate website with GeneratePress and Elementor. I've never really used GeneratePress with Elementor. So nice one on you doing something that's working for you and it's making your life easier. Pez, my desk setup is one of those IKEA desk with like really wood countertop and I love it. It was my dream. Yeah, I mean, look, this desk right now, right? The IKEA tabletops, they're not the best. They have a honeycomb design inside, but they work and they are pretty damn cheap, right? And you know what? If you decide, I want to get rid of it, you don't overly worry, do you? Go, well, the desktop was only about 20 quid, so what? Let's get rid of it. I'm going to get something else. It's not like you spent £200 on a really high-spec quality desk, and then you go, I don't want to get rid of it. It costs a lot of money. Hey, nice one, Shima. And you know what? I do bang on about keeping things lean and mean with not overdoing plugins for plugins' sake. Loading your fonts, WebP images and all of that. Because you want to get to the end result and know you did the best you could, and you're not going to have your client come back to you and go, out of curiosity, a friend of mine tested my website that you just built. My score is 30%. There's loads of errors. It says the font was not custom loaded. It says the images are not next gen. It says I haven't even properly sized. Can you help me out with this? Because when they start to raise JavaScript like stuff that hits the page speed, you can almost get away and go, there's not a lot we can do about that. That's part of the plugin. That's part of WooCommerce. That's part of something or the other. Unless we remove them, you can't get rid of them. But when someone's website, a client's website, is bad because you haven't used WebP, you've not loaded the fonts, you haven't properly sized stuff, they've got every right to come back to you and go, what's going on here then? What's this all about? Is this hurting my Google speed? Am I going to be on page 29? Huh? You know, they got every right to kind of now give you a bit of a bashing, I think, over that. Dipanshu, after following my websites, sorry, your websites have started to look completely different. Before you were relying on plugins more, now I'm making custom functionalities and minimizing things exactly. Which is why you may have noticed that I've got a lot more. Don't worry, Dipanshu, you don't need to retract it. I read it wrong and now I realise what you meant. So I've explained it now. Your message is fine. Your message is fine. Sorry, got a bit of a sniffle there. What was I saying? What was I saying? Damn it, I forgot what I was saying now. What was I saying? Something about website. No, that was Dipanshu. What was I saying? Something about not simplicity. Oh man, my head's now gone completely empty. My head's gone completely empty over what I was talking about. Oh yes, you'll have seen quite a lot of videos coming out about code snippets, and there will be more. I do mix it up with other stuff, but the code snippet videos are basically how can we do stuff without the need for a plugin? So I was using the flexible shipping plugin on client websites. So I would say if the value of your cart was over $50 or the number of items was more than 5, then you apply free shipping. And we're using a plugin for that. It was the flexible table something plugin. I can't remember the name exactly. We're using that. I've now released two videos last week. One was about the quantity and one was about the cost total. So if you've got like a flat rate or whatever shipping, right, and you got free shipping, the free shipping kicks in when you hit the threshold. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, right? That's another plugin gone. Which is why I really want, hopefully we get it sooner than later, that Elementor do the loop post filter. I am so excited about the fact that you could remove filter everything. You could potentially remove JetSmart filter. You could remove WP Grid Builder. Potentially. Because what you'll get is, well, you got Loop Grid already, which is great for posts and products. When we get inside of Elementor, a filter system, and I hope it's more ingenious than just basic drop-downs. I hope they think a bit for post and products, and it works on the Loop Grid. Am I the only one that's going to be jumping up and down when I do my video with how excited I'll be? Of course, it's got to look good. If it don't look good, I will be vocal about it. I will say, well, what you done here? All this time we waited for it and this is what we got. I will be vocal about it. But am I the only one who is going to jump up and down when we get an inbuilt filter system for the post and product? How many times have you built a WooCommerce store or e-commerce and you gone and got a fancy theme because it had a lovely feature, or you used a plugin and then the plugin caused you more hassle than it was worth because sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work. Sometimes it showed you what you want and you had to tweak it and do styling on it and other stuff to make it work. Or you got it, it worked, but to stylize it, you have to get the pro version, then you got to go and pay for it. I mean, JetSmart filter, you got to do a bit of thinking when you build with it, right? How amazing will it be when Elementor give us the loop post filter, or the loop filter really, because it works on post and should do products as well. Like, I'm asking you all, is no one else going to be excited about that? Am I just talking shit? I probably am talking shit. I do a lot. But am I the only one? Like, literally, no one said they're excited. Am I the only one? Dipanshu, Pez. I'm excited that you're embroidered, branded. Oh, okay. Is this for your business pez or your boxer shorts? What is this for? To be honest, Dapanshu, right? You can get your branded clothing from anywhere. Printify, Printful. You know, if you want to get branded hats, t-shirts, hoodies, there's loads of places you could go and get stuff for yourself from when you know you need it. Please don't forget though that we do have the super course and the coupon for this, which is it's not going to last forever. Okay, it's not going to last forever. But I'm only revealing this coupon on the live chat, so it's for you guys, okay? So you get an extra £25 discount on top of the current early release price. And of course, don't forget to please complete the survey. I know everyone's going to say, but it's not completely accurate. It doesn't do X, Y, Z, whatever. But treat it as, well, we don't always get the chance to contribute to a survey like that about prices. And yes, I am going to look into benchmarking, but even if it just tells you the raw facts about what the range is, it's a damn good thing. Better than nothing, okay? Matichek, yep, the loop filter will be a gift from the gods. Exactly how I am feeling. And I wish we had got that before the mega menu. The mega menu is great. Don't get me wrong. The mega menu is great. Very nicely done what they've done. But it wasn't as important as the loop filter for me. Hey, take care, Erling. Great having you here. And don't worry, Erling. I am going to try and do the best weighted results that we can. Or benchmark in some way for it. Michael, I'm looking for a difficult Woo snippet. Let's assume 3 variants. How do you show the cancel selection button all the time? Do you mean like basically you want a cancel button? Have you asked ChatGPT, which I know is a little bit far-fetched, but have you asked ChatGPT? Can they add a cancel button next door to basically what you're saying? Oh no, what have I done? Sorry, I just did something. I've just got to double check because someone has just sent me an email and I need to check if it's a real email. No, that is spam. Someone's put an email. No, I'll reply to them later. Do you know what I really love? Really love? I have this client, okay, and I keep telling him that the update, that his website always has a temporary issue with the way the HTML bounces, and he won't pay the extra for me to do a daily check. And I've told him a daily check requires me to do a daily check. You don't pay enough for me to do a daily check on your website. So I'm not going to purge your cache or anything like that. But yeah, if you go to ChatGPT, Michael, if you just go and say, give me a code snippet to add a cancel button next door to every, what will it be called? Oh, what's the word? Attribute or whatever it is in WooCommerce. It might give you a bit of a code. I can't guarantee it will, but it might give you a bit of a code. Right, I've just got to quickly log into my client's site because I'll refresh their problem for them as a one-off. But I have already told them that they seem to have a bit of a short memory, this client. Like I've already told them, if you want me to go in every day and check XYZ for you, okay, even if I give you a cut rate of, say, £10 a day, are you going to pay me £300 a month just for that on top of your normal hosting? He goes, oh no, I can't do that. I go, well, there you go. I'm not going to go in and do it for free. So on the Michael, can you? No, actually, no. I was going to say, don't email me. Don't email me. When you say it's not working, is it that it's not giving you the right code, or is it that it's causing a problem or a conflict? Just so I can get a bit of an understanding. So when you say it's not working, what is it specifically that's not working when you say it's not? I mean, obviously it's not working. That's a bit of a stupid question. But do you feel like the code that ChatGPT gave you was a good code? Or would you look at it and go, what a pile of... What's your thinking here? What's your thinking with the code it gave you? Let's now just check the client's website while I am here. And I spelt their thing wrong now. Oh, hold on. Someone's got a very similar... interesting, that is. Someone has actually got a very similar URL to my client. Well, that's the client's fault if they don't want to, but someone has got a very similar, and they're actually trying to do the same kind of business as them as well. That's between them and the client, I suppose. It's not a lot I can do about that. Michael, yeah, have you asked? ChatGPT doesn't provide the correct snippet. Can you tell me what you wrote, Michael? Can you actually write down what you wrote? Can you put the question, not the answer, but can you actually put the question you wrote, roughly, give or take, into the chat right now? Roughly, what was your question? Because I'm going to try and see if we can get something a little bit better. Who here has got a very busy week lined up? Who here's got a business week? Hey, Timo. Hope you're all right, by the way, Timo. Right, so let's just jump in and go over here. Right, so I'm going to say give me a life. No, give me a code. Give me a code snippet that adds... Come on, type properly. That adds a cancel... I can't type when you're all watching me. Cancel button next to each WooCommerce attribute. Would you call it attribute? No, you don't call it attribute, do you? You call it... What's the word for it? It's not attribute. Next door to each WooCommerce attribute on in a single write the word product. You know what it is? It's because the microphone is over the keyboard and it kind of mucks me up. Hey Mark, how you doing? So let's see what we get here then, Michael. So here's a code snippet that adds a cancel button next to each WooCommerce attribute in a single product page. So this is saying, okay, blah, 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 right? By the way, let me cancel that because I don't need that website anymore. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel that. Now, is this actually working? I don't know. So let's just jump in and have a look. Right, so let's just go. We've got our Facebook page over here. We'll go to staging 14. This is one of my fake websites, by the way. Okay, so ignore whatever you see here. This has got WooCommerce on, I think. I think this has got products. This one has got... Yeah, that's got attributes. So we've got a hoodie with an attribute. Okay, let us go in... Now, if this website breaks, I don't care. I'll be honest with you, I don't care because it is a fake website I have on here, right? Let's just edit this. Let's just see what we get with... let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Cancel button. Where are we? Right, here we go. let's just hit this button here, save changes. If this errors out, I don't actually care. But let's just go to the store. Let's go to the hoodie. Yeah, that's not working. I mean, this is a fake. This is a completely... Oh, no, here we go. Here we go. So what we're getting is an error there. Okay, so... Right, let's take that error. Let's just see what we get here. That didn't work. You almost killed my website. You almost killed my website. You're lucky that I am sat here. Here was the error. Here was the error. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Vistaprint's pretty good for that sort of stuff. Printful, Printify. There's loads of ways you can do it. What do you think ChatGPT is going to say? I apologize for the mistake. Here's the corrected code. Okay, let's see what this code does then, okay? So I'm just going to... Let me just take this page. Let me go back over here. And please don't forget, you know, we've got the survey. You know, the link is over there. Please don't forget to go and have a look at the survey, okay? It's just to get a really, really, really broad, little bit generalistic idea of how do people, not only what they charge, but also how they mix it up. Because anyone that uses Fiverr is going to be charging, in my opinion, a lot less than maybe somebody else. So let's just see what we get here. Let's see what we get here. In fact, we don't even have a single product template. So this might... I've just realized something. Let me just go in, save templates. Let me just create a template because I don't think we've got one on here. I'm just going to do a really basic one. I don't think we have a single product template. Single product. No, we don't. Right, let me just... You don't need to pay any attention to what I'm doing here because this is just a single product. Create template, and we don't really care how it looks. We're just going to go for a standard one. We'll just go with that. Insert. Publish. Yeah, add that for every product. Whoa, hold on. Did it say I had another one? Products. Elemental. That you have set this for other template. ACF product. Have I? Have I? Have I? I don't know. Sorry, yeah, so Michael, I'm going to test it out, okay, but I'm just going to check. It says I've got ACF product. Where's that? Oh, yeah, I did. Duh. Right, let me delete that. There we go. Okay, cool. When we now refresh that. All right, we still get... Well, that error would definitely still come, but let's just go back to ChatGPT. Let's just get this code over here. I mean, I'm just doing it on the fly. I'm not even doing it properly, right? Don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. So I'm doing this on the fly. It might not even work properly regardless. Okay, so let's just see if this now... No, we still get the error. We still get the error. Wait, rewrite this to work with the WooCommerce variations and stop giving me errors. I don't know. We'll see what we go. We'll see what it gives us, okay? I mean, ChatGPT 4 is coming, I think, this week. And apparently it's massive in terms of its capability compared to ChatGPT 3 or 3.5. Right, this is ChatGPT 3. 3.5 is a bit better, but ChatGPT 4 is meant to be huge improvement. To do audio, videos. Like, where's this going? And I can't wait to test out the capabilities of what we might be able to do. If this errors out, I don't care because... Okay, cool. Right. So, here we go. So, Michael, are you watching? Michael, look. We have a cancel button. So, if I go in green... Now, forget the look of this. Forget the look, right? If I hit cancel... It doesn't actually remove it. Oh, we were nearly there. I mean, obviously, you got to style it. You know, look, you'd have to style it, obviously. So let me now just go back over here and say, you are close. So you are close, but the cancel button doesn't... The cancel button doesn't remove the value added to the variation. And can we make the cancel button be font size 14 and be a grey? Let's go for a F3. Be a let's put hashtag color. Be a hashtag color. And sit to the right of the variation and not below. So we were closer, okay? We were closer. Let's just see what this does, okay? And sometimes what you're going to find with ChatGPT, because I have used it for some of my code snippets that I've created, by the way, you have to kind of either be prepared to fine-tune it or push it a bit. Get it to write it better. Get it to make it shorter. Get it to basically work. And you should never fully trust what it gives you, and never do this on a live website. Michael, if you're doing this right now, you got to make sure you're on a staging website or you have a backup. Otherwise, you are going to regret doing this, because when it goes wrong and it mucks up your website, and trust me, code snippets can muck up your website. You know, sometimes you might do something so magical it completely screws it up. It's not done it again. I wanted that to be, or maybe is it my styling? No, it's not the styling. It might be the styling. Anyway, let's go for green. And we hit no, and we get all of this text and the price, whatever, okay? If I hit cancel, look, it's worked. Look, the cancel is now... No, it didn't work there. It's nearly there. You would have to modify the styling without fail, right? It needs to cancel on all... The cancel doesn't work for the second one. The cancel works for the first variation and not... I mean, I feel like this is something where you would probably need to employ or work with someone who really knows what they're doing here. Because at the moment, if I go and refresh this page, and I go and pick yes, and then I hit cancel... Oh, no, hold on. Was it just me, or did the clear option appear there? Yeah, it did, didn't it? If we go back over here and I pick yes, the clear option was there. Okay, I'm going to stop on this, because I feel like I'm just going to keep on going around and round in circles on this. But I would say... just fine-tune the questions you're using on here to kind of... to start somewhere, and then what you've got to do is almost methodically then lead it to where you want to get to. I mean, I'm just rushing this, and I'm not even doing it properly. But I would say, Michael, you might want to... Yeah, clear. Did you see that, Dipansha? So clear was there, but it's getting the... So you need to kind of rephrase the question and say... add the clear button to sit below or next door to every variation. So I would say, in fact, let's just say that here. So I'm going to say, let's just go back to the original question. Wait a minute. That were, no, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, right. So let's just ask a different question. Right. So I'm going to say, give me an accolade next door to every that adds a clear button next to each WooCommerce variation in a single product page, and it must work individually for each variation. So there we go. Let's just see what that does. Right, so let's just see what we get there, okay? So I've asked it a little bit of a slightly different question. It's going to have a think, and then, you got to play around with it like that. Okay, we have been live for 1 hour 25. I'm going to give you the 2-minute warning now. Please do not forget about our survey. I'll be, the link, the video's there on our YouTube channel. Go and click the link. And of course, don't forget about our super course. And if you want to get a little bit of a tiny more extra discount, the Uranus coupon gives you that discount. That discount is only for the live chats. I don't advertise it anywhere else. It's not on social media. It's not even in the Web Squadron Facebook group. Maybe I should put it there, or maybe not. It's for those on the live chat, right? So if you want to get a little bit of a discount, go and get it before our price hikes up soon in April, okay? So don't miss out on that. So here we go. The code is being written. Let's see what we get over here. Come on. Sometimes I feel like, like ChatGPT, you need to be quicker. Come on, quicker. Quicker, okay? I'm waiting for the code. Please don't forget to hit like if you've not already hit like. It makes a massive, massive difference to the YouTube algorithm. Come on, let's get this one. I just want to pop this code in and see what we get. It might not help. It might give us a little bit more. I don't know about you, right? But I am not a JavaScripter. Okay, I can do a lot of stuff, but JavaScript is not in my bag. I look at that code and I sort of go, what? what? Like args? Args? What's an arg? To be honest, I don't really care. As long as I can get the code written by someone or from somewhere with some element of manipulation where I know what I have to manipulate to make it do something a little bit different or anything like that, then I'm all okay with it. Damn, this is slow, isn't it? Like, I could go and reheat my water bottle and it still won't be done. Come on. Boy, this is slow. Come on, it must be near the end now. Come on, we're near the end. Right, there we go. Let's copy that code. Let's try it out one last time. Save changes. Save changes. Save changes again. Let's just hit that. So if we now hit blue, we get the clear, but it's okay. I mean, it's. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, arguments, Michael. I mean, Michael, this is not gonna be exactly what you want, right? But look, if I hit green, I hit clear. If I hit blue and I hit no and I hit clear, they both go away. I hit yes and I hit clear. I know it's not perfect because it's put it there at the bottom there, right? It's only put it once. But would that work for you? And I know this is not perfect, right? But look, if I go red and I hit no, I can hit clear. If I leave that blank and I hit no, I can hit clear. If I hit no, what would that work for you? Would that work? I don't know if that would work. I don't know. Would that work? And then you might need to do a little bit of jigging around with this code, for instance, right? You know. Yes, Pez, you're the only one that's never used it. You're the only one that's never used it. Right, I'm just going to copy this code, okay? And I'm just going to go to... I don't know. I don't think I have your email, Michael. I don't think... Have you ever emailed me, Michael? If you email me, Michael, okay, I'm just checking. I don't think I have an email for you. So my email, you can see it on the screen below. Oh, they need to select before they can cancel. Oh, well, in that case, then, you would change this then to say, can we not show the clear until they have selected every variation? Sorry, I didn't know that. That's a little bit of a red herring now. I didn't know that. So I said, can we not show the clear until they have selected every variation? Oh, man. Come on. There we go, right. Can we not show the clear until they have selected every variation? Oh, error. Right, okay, hold on a minute. I'm just going to refresh this page. Copy the code. So I'm going to say change this to only show the clear when we have selected every variation, right? So let's pop the code in there. Let's just see what it does with that. Okay, so here's the updated snippet. Shows the clear button only when every variation is selected. So this might give you what you want. So like I said, a lot of it comes down to the questions you ask. Args is short for Argos. I love that, Artif. That is actually what would go through a lot of people's heads. Args? You get the code from Argos? You know. Yes. In fact, I remember there was someone called Ike, IKEE. And everyone used to call him, hey, IKEA, just because his name was Ike, IKE. And it was a bit like, just because his name starts with the letters does not mean you have to end it with IKEA, right? IKEA. So anyway, look, I've got the code. It's now giving me a bit of code. So let's copy that code. Let's drop it in here, right? Hit save changes. This might not work, by the way. So we got the hoodie, right? If I hit green, nah, it's still appearing. Okay, look, it's still appearing, okay. I'm just going to give up now on this and just say, play around. Play around to get what you want. Just ask further questions and it will fine tune and give you what you need. Right, okay, everyone. Hey, Andrew, have fun climbing trees at the local primary school. Don't fall down. Don't hurt yourself. Okay, everyone, look, I'm going to say goodbye now. I will see you tomorrow, later time, obviously. I'm going to crack on with the super course, answer a few questions. I've got 2 queries come in that are from people I've never worked with, and they look like prospective clients, so I better just go back to them. Take care, stay safe, see you all soon. Bye.